Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Coto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelky from TampaBay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hey, Tampa Bay, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. If you've been listening, you know that Doug and Ryan and I have, well, at least Ryan and I, have been on some extended vacations this summer. I hope everybody's having a great summer and had some vacations of their own. Ryan was out for 4 weeks.
Five.
Well, 4 off the show, right? Or is it 5 off the show?
I don't know. I did our last show on the 23rd of June.
I don't even know what day it is.
So it's the 28th, I believe, today.
28th.
So almost today. 5 weeks.
Solid
almost 5 weeks. And I know I missed 3. And Doug, you and I knocked a couple out. You just been here hanging out, holding down the fort.
Well, I was gone before you guys left, so
that's right.
I was gone for 2 weeks prior.
Cruising the Greek Isles.
There we go.
You know, the coast of Italy, maybe the Amalfi Coast. Who knows?
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
all over.
Well, while I was gone, you guys had Joe Redner on the show on the program. So I was a little bummed out about missing him. I really would have liked to met him.
Yeah, Joe. I tell you, he's an interesting character.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he is.
Exact opposite viewpoints as you guys, but you know.
Matter of fact, he said on the show, he
goes, "How the heck did you vote for Trump?"
Yeah. Well, because I was agreeing with him on a couple topics. You know, it was social. You know, all of us we're very socially liberal and a little more fiscally conservative.
Yeah.
And of course, we're agreeing. Yeah, we're agreeing with
on
most
certain social things.
On certain social things. But,
yeah.
You know, but we're agreeing with him on most things, and he just stopped the show and it's like, well, how did you vote?
I got to be honest with you. Even though I'm back from vacation, I'm a little bummed out today because I just got declined to enter the military.
Again?
Yeah, they said I'm too obese.
You are too obese.
Not for the reason
I
that
thought it was because you're
Doug.
transgender.
Totally different reason.
No, that's why Doug got denied.
What's so funny about that?
I don't know. It seems there might be some new laws and rules that you got to abide by.
That's
right?
if you go by Twitter. You know, it's not exactly a law yet. But.
Wait, Twitter? That's not the law. Twitter?
No, apparently not. Apparently the military is. You know, they're not doing anything towards what Trump says right now.
Okay. So if you guys haven't heard, Trump made a Twitter decree that transgenders were no longer allowed in the military.
Banned.
When's he gonna,
obese people though too.
When is he going to stop?
He's
tweeting?
okay with you.
When's he going to stop tweeting?
You know, we've said that for a long time.
Why are they not making like there should be like a middleman that Trump has to tell what he wants, and then that person tweets it out.
You mean like an editor?
Yes.
You mean like Berlander? Like hitting that beep button?
That's exactly what he needs.
What the beep? There goes Berlander.
Why have we not figured that out yet?
I think Trump might need a few of those guys.
A few of them. Pass through
to work in shifts because that guy doesn't stop.
Oh, someone said he actually watches TV like 2 to 3 hours a day just to see what everyone's talking about him about. He's such a narcissist. It makes me laugh.
Oh man, I don't know about that. Oh god, we had a good pre-production meeting. I think Ryan and Doug might be throwing things in the studio before it's over today. But before we move any further, I do want to introduce. We do have a guest in the office. We have the owner of Performance Computer Group, Brett Kappes, right?
Yes, Brett Kappes.
Brett Kappes. Sorry about that. Yeah, Brett Kappes. We were introduced to Brett by one of our producer buddies, and he was introduced kind of as a Russian hacking expert.
He's sitting outside right now.
He's actually looking at us through the window. I don't know who this guy is. He a Russian hacking expert, but he also owns the company Performance Computer Group right here in South Tampa. And you specialize in computer security and office security and things like that?
Right. We consult small to mid-sized businesses on security and networking issues, anything IT related.
Got it. And what's your background on the Russian stuff? You just happen to be in the know on these things, or
just a personal interest in being in the industry. You know, there's some conferences that go on. I don't know if you've ever heard of the B-Side conference.
No.
It's in Las Vegas, and it's basically a hacker conference that a lot of people get together, and you hear a lot of interesting ideas out there, things of that sort.
Was your background were you a hacker at one point?
No.
So you're really privy to the dark side, the dark web, whatever.
You know, everyone has this idea that a hacker is like a 350-pound guy that lives in his mom's basement, wearing a hoodie, and walking. That's not the truth, and a lot of hackers are out there that they're they're labeled like that, but they're out to find vulnerabilities, and they're good for the government, so or good for businesses.
Right. Okay. That's good. So what's the definition of a hacker? I don't know.
The definition, in my opinion, is anyone who subverts a system.
Got it.
Any type of system.
Not just a computer system.
Right.
Necessarily.
Absolutely.
But commonly, that's what we think about when we think about hackers. So I wanted to mention he's in studio, and Brett, you can chime in at any time. We're just going to kind of run through some basics. We like to do some politics and current events and talk about things. But a little later in the show, we're going to focus on your knowledge in this industry, and we're going to get some advice. As you know, we're all business owners in here, and we want to hear what you have to say about protecting our systems and security and passwords and hacks and viruses and all that stuff. So make sure everybody stay tuned.
Sure to share. And I love hearing the Trump stuff. Was that the tweet? Didn't he tweet I have consulted with my generals and then 8 minutes goes by
and they're on vacation.
There's he has these
and they're on vacation
between his tweets. It's I've decided to nuke, and it's my burrito this morning or something. That was on one of the shows the other night.
That would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah, I think Stephen Colbert said that or something. But it's get your whole thought in your head before you tweet it, these 8-minute pauses between tweets.
Maybe he actually had a second thought.
That's where the aide grabbed his phone and ran.
But that's my point. Why is he not having an intermediate person that he has to send it to that they fluff it up and make it PC and then send it out?
Oh, you can immediately tell when someone's been written by him versus a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. He sounds very uneducated when you ask me, but that's just my personal opinion.
Well, Doug, everybody likes fluffers, though. I mean, come on.
Well, you gotta be dumb to get a bunch of dumb, uneducated white people to vote for you. So,
True.
Oh, man.
Obviously, that was a joke. Come on, you guys, Jesus.
Hold on, there are 7 dumb, uneducated white people in here. Man, no, that's it is true though. The tweeting, it's something we've never experienced with any other president, so it's hard to to really gauge if it's good or bad. I mean, even us, we all voted for him, and we're still taken back by a lot of these these tweets.
Did you see his new director of communications, Scaramucci?
No.
Yeah,
I've been in the mountains for a week, so I don't know anything.
He went off. The guy has a worse mouth than Trump, actually. He was in the New Yorker, quoted saying things I can't even say on the air.
Verlander, get ready.
Talking about... No, seriously, talking about his own staff in a very expletive way.
Really?
Yeah, so, there's a firestorm happening with that right now also.
Now, is talking about the leaks, possibly? Or we're talking about just communication in
Leaks,
general?
yeah. Scaramucci's
Is that the one who came out who said, I'm going to fire people?
Trump appointed him to be director of, is it communications? Is that what he was?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
Communications. Okay.
So director of communications, and that's the reason why the old what's his name
Spicer
left.
Oh.
Sean Spicer, he resigned because of that appointment, basically, and that the new director came on the air, or not on the air, but in the New Yorker, and said a whole bunch of things. Like I said, I can't repeat it, but it was pretty controversial.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that story about Spicer? What I was told is, when he was there, I guess he's a big eater, and he wanted a fridge in his office. And there are some staffers at this joint office. He's like, go get their mini fridge. And they're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And supposedly, he was seen after hours going to their office, taking the mini fridge, and he took it back to his office.
Stealing the mini fridge of the staff.
That's a Trump appointee. The guy's going to steal a refrigerator. It's like 9 o'clock at night, the guy's going down the White House lawn with a mini fridge. So
I love it.
You should just hack Sean Spicer to make sure that actually happened.
Let's hack him.
I'll fact check that story, but that's a story that I heard.
Yeah, I want to see video on that one.
Yeah. Here's a Scaramucci clip right now. I now, guys, I have not checked these yet, so I'm not sure what we're in for. But let's see what we've got on this guy.
When I said we were brothers from the podium,
Previous.
because we're rough on each other. Some brothers are like Cain and Abel. Other brothers can fight with each other and get along. I don't know if this is repairable or not. That will be up to the president.
Okay, so that was previous. That was Scaramucci talking about previous, and here's Scaramucci with his totally reprehensible comment.
It's absolutely, completely, and totally reprehensible. And as you know from the Italian expression, the fish stinks from the head down. But I can tell you 2 fish that don't stink, okay? And that's me and the president. I don't like the activity that's going on in the White House. I don't like what they're doing to my friend.
Do you think he's got a little brown on his nose?
To the president of the United States or their fellow colleagues in the West Wing.
Yeah, that
Basically, this Trump
I think that
appointed
nose
a
stinks.
billionaire
There's a little brown on his
to be the
nose.
director of communications for the White House.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, money talks, right? Literally.
So yeah, basically, someone leaked his financials, and he is pissed.
Oh.
Yeah, he is very upset about it, and he's going to find out who did it, and they're going to go all the way with it.
Good. I think they need to.
Felony charges.
There has to be consequences. Matter of fact, we are the business happy hour, so every once in a while we talk about business.
Not too often.
Not too often, but today we will. We had a meeting in our office, and it was a very positive meeting. But the one thing, especially when you're running a small business, is a lot of times, and Brett, you can give your opinion too. A lot of times, it's hard to come down with tough consequences because you're so close to your employees when you're running a small business. And we had a meeting, and the meeting was basically focused on consequences. Even though we're a tight-knit family, sometimes things don't go exactly the way that management or ownership wants it to go. Mm-hmm. And if you don't put consequences in place and hold to those consequences, then it's going to continue to happen. And I think I can convert this all the way to the White House. Yeah. You've got these leaks. You've got all these problems. But what has been the consequence? None. Has anything truly happened that we're aware of? Has anybody been fired? Has anything...
That's one of Trump's big frustrations.
We came and fired people over all the downfall of the economy. What all these bankers did. How are we going to fire somebody over leaks?
Right. Nobody gets in trouble over billions of dollars.
Not one person gets in trouble.
Right.
I think we even talked about it. I had friends at Enron that got like 5 years in jail doing the same thing.
Yeah, which is unbelievable. How about some email leaks and unsecure email? We'll get into that with Brett actually.
Trump's one of his main points of frustration has been Jeff Sessions' lack of going after these leakers.
Right.
And so they are. And Sessions actually just announced an investigation into these leakers, and so
see where that goes.
Yeah, hopefully that goes someplace.
So guys, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour here on 970 and on Facebook Live right now, as well as our YouTube and website. So keep posted. Make sure you like us on Facebook and watch us, and we'll be back in just a minute with more with our Russian hacker expert.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Brian with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at TampaPlumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. We're glad you guys are listening. We're having a good time in here right now with Brett Kappes, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, got to get it right. With Performance Computer Group. And by the way, if you guys want to reach them as you listen to the show, you might as well take down the number and we'll give it to you a few other times. They are in South Tampa. The number is 813-639-0211. 813-639-0211. I'm sure that you're going to hear some stuff that we're going to talk about that's going to interest you and your business and hopefully get some protection for that. But before we go into all of the computer stuff, which is going to be a lot of interesting information, I want to get back to a couple of these Trump tweets and Twitter mandates. That transgender one is really causing a firestorm. We actually wanted to approach a group of Marines that we saw during a pre-production meeting, but we thought we probably weren't going to get very accurate information since we were in public. But we wanted to ask them what they thought about this whole transgender military rule. The new chief of, is it Secretary of Staff or Chief of Staff or something, Hatch, had the following comment about the transgenders.
People who are transgender, they don't choose to be transgender. They're born that way. And why should we hold that against them? And they're human beings. And many of them are extremely talented human beings. So, we should be open to everybody.
So we've got 6 people in studio right now, and I guarantee we'll get 6 different opinions on this. I know nobody really is going to agree wholeheartedly, but I want to focus on what he just said. He said that they're born that way, they're human beings. Okay, let's go with that. Let's say that you agree that is the case. Ryan made a funny comment in the beginning about how obese he is.
I was born obese,
and this is hilarious.
They won't let me go in.
Right, and that's kind of my point. What if you're born, without great vision?
Yeah,
you can't get in.
I just proved to you that there was that Marine or that SEAL person that was a transgender, and they've won award after award. They've served in the military for 20 years, and now you're taking that away from them.
Right. See, and I personally would be in disagreement with us taking away any honors, any benefits, kicking anybody out. I mean, you're in.
But that's the really the issue. It's not when they're in the military; it's when they're out of the military. Because what's happening is that's what I mean. I agree with the financial aspect of it because we're paying for them to get sex changes.
So that is an argument that Ryan brought up. Is what are we doing?
I don't think we should penalize anyone that was already accepted into the military under this, under these circumstances. I think that would be horrible to do that. But, at the same token, I don't see any compelling argument that would say that our military would be a better fighting force with transgenders in the military. I disagree with the way that Trump rolled this policy out. Obviously,
he didn't roll anything out. He just tweeted
it.
That's how he rolled it out.
Unfortunately, the Pentagon and everyone else at the White House is caught flat-footed on this.
Yeah, they're
very, very poor execution on the president's part. I will agree with that.
Not the first time.
If I had a conversation with these generals, as he put it, I would expect the conversation to be more, we're going to incur more costs. It's going to have more training. We're going to have all kinds of issues by having these people in there.
I feel like we should go back to don't ask, don't tell. And that's what we should do. But the problem is, like, you're going to talk about transgenders. What about women? So they're going to get out of the military and they're going to have babies. Mm-hmm. Insurance is going to have to pay for that, aren't they?
Yeah.
So should we not have women in the military?
So Don't Ask, Don't Tell lasted 17 years, that mandate.
17?
17.
What was it before that?
No one talked at all.
I don't think transition gays existed before that.
Yeah.
I was in the military. If you were gay or had the president, you were ousted.
You just didn't tell anybody.
I was in basic training, and they took a guy who had made the mistake of bringing too much cologne to basic training, which was a little odd. But they would take soap bars and put him in pillow bags and just hit him. We were basically told, like, by the drill instructors, not to do it, but like, you're not gay and in the military, at least not outwardly.
Wow.
Not to say there's not gays in there and they're not fantastic serving people.
Absolutely.
But they're not.
It was not a welcome
out and proud, for sure.
Right. So Don't Ask, Don't Tell was basically the answer. If I understood, I was young when that law went in place, but it was kind of the answer to that whole discrimination question of what do you do, and it was kind of like the military and government's way of kind of taking a step back and saying, you know what, we know it's there. If you don't say anything about it, we're okay with it. But if you say anything about it, you're gone.
Yeah. I think that was the best policy.
It made sense. You can be a soldier. You could be anything and be a good soldier. But the question of openly saying, you can bring this in. That's where I think we're seeing the questions of what's good and what's bad for the overall mentality of the military. Their job, like you said in our pre-production meeting, is to fight for our country.
This transgender thing is going way, way, way too far. Honestly, I listened to a bunch of interviews with child psychologists, even down to that point, where these doctors are actually granting sex change puberty blockers for children.
Oh, come on.
In many cases, in thousands and thousands of cases across the United States. And these child psychologists, it's a statistical fact that about 80% of the kids that have a gender identity problem end up getting that solved spontaneously somehow in puberty. So these poor kids that had an issue when they were little, good chance, more than 50% of the time, much better chance that they're going to snap out of it and decide they're going to get back to the fact that they are a boy, you know, and they're going to go through puberty and they're going to live a normal life. But they're already chopping these kids up. They're taking these pills, and it's happening all across the country. So this isn't just the military.
No, that's crazy.
This is a crazy situation.
No, that's crazy. Because anyone that I know that is, gay, homosexual, whatever you want to call it, really didn't realize it till they're older. They maybe in like the end of high school, college times. So it's not a choice.
I want to answer your question, though, Doug.
You were born that way.
But what about to Ryan's point? If you're young and you're not at the point where maybe you can make that decision for yourself, and then
I totally disagree. I disagree with whatever parents are letting their children do that before age of 18. That's ridiculous.
The doctors are actually pushing it on these.
These doctors need to be. They need to take away their card.
What I was to go back on what you the question that you asked me about should women be allowed to serve in the military? I would say absolutely. Women have been having babies for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. People haven't really been having sex changes for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
It'd be awfully painful doing that 100 years ago. Hey, guys, we got to take a break. I know it's going awfully fast. Sex change in the BC era was much more dangerous. But, anyway, you're listening to Business Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a minute with more on transgender military.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I am the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? you need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofing.solutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hey guys, welcome back. We want to kind of wrap up this conversation and get into all this computer and cybersecurity stuff, so we have at least a half a show on it. But funny banter during the break about the military. We just couldn't stop it. Ryan, you brought up a term I've never heard before. What did you call it? A purple unicorn?
Yeah, the purple unicorn. It is. There are quotas in the military. It is a little bit of an affirmative action type scenario, I guess. Recruiters they have quotas to make.
Okay.
It's good to have females. It's good to have female pilots, and it's even better to have a black female pilot. The black female pilot is the purple unicorn in the military. I don't want to get to the point where you have to have at least one transgender per 10 people that go into the military.
Right.
I think the best point you brought up at the break is that we're wasting our time on this.
We really are.
Yeah.
Like, why are we even having this conversation? Why is Trump even tweeting it?
It's too small of a segment of the population to make all these special accommodations for, and it's a talking point for Democrats. That's all it is.
If you ever read Colin Powell's book, he never addresses affirmative action in his book at all, about he had his rise to power in the military.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of interesting that you brought that up, because if you go up to Fort Rucker, Alabama, and you go around the barracks, and that's where they train the warrant officers to fly helicopters, you will see, first of all, there's nobody that's tall, and they're all short, so they want female pilots. All the pilots that fly out of Hernando are females. You can hear them on the radio.
Yeah, because you got to be short to fly the jets. I understand that,
and
right?
But you got to be short to fly a helicopter, because you got to keep your weight down. So
you
can have,
for the lift and all that, too.
That's why they declined me from the military. I'm just too obese.
He's obese. He's not tall, but he's obese.
I would be a perfect fighter pilot if I was a little lighter and black.
Yeah, see, I always thought
female or transgender.
I just always thought a unicorn was a...
Isn't it all about your vision, though? You have to have, like, good eyesight.
You do have to have good eyesight. You can't be a pilot. You can't wear any type of lenses or glasses or anything.
You know Monica that comes in here and helps, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they were going to take her and make her a pilot. Do you see how small she is, right?
Yeah.
Where is she, by the way, today?
It's Friday. She only comes in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay, we can accept
next week.
But they were going to make her. This is how I knew what you were talking about, because I thought that was funny. Speaks Hispanic. She's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
go. Short.
Yeah.
She's small, and she's there was one other thing that they really liked about her. Well, she scored really high on her ASVABs, and they were going to make her a warrant officer.
There you go.
Her
not only that, but
she has bad eyesight.
She has bad eyesight. So
later, you better tag that.
Back to James Haley. They sent her to James Haley to fix her eyesight.
Oh, wow.
That's how. So when he says purple unicorn, ask Monica about it when she comes back.
See, we'll let the purple unicorn thing go with the last comment. I always thought a unicorn was a hot chick that was also cool, not crazy, and
I thought it was an internet billionaire company. Isn't that what they call it?
Oh yeah, that too.
A unicorn.
It is. So anyway, let's get off this whole thing. You know, we'll agree to agree and disagree and all kinds of stuff on this. But Trump, chill out on the tweets, man. So anyway,
I second that.
Let's go right back to Brett. So Brett, we all run businesses. A quick story with me. I want to get some advice about security and hacking. But we had a breach last week where some sort of one of my staff members clicked on something in their Office 365 email, and I think it was a Dropbox thing, and apparently there's some sort of hack that happened to Dropbox, and it actually, whoever did it must have gotten her password or something, and it created a rule in the email which made all of her messages immediately delete. Now, I was able to go in and fix that rule and make her change her password and stuff, but when little things like that happen, I know they can lead to bigger things because people could have access to your personal data. Did I do the right thing? What steps should I be taking if some little hack happens to us or little virus?
Especially your industry.
Especially my industry, financial services.
Yeah.
Well, one thing is you need to have a good, consistent backup system in place.
Yes.
That uses both, an in-office backup and an off-storage backup.
Which we do. We have that.
Okay,
And we
so
have Amazon S3.
to recover data.
Yep.
And then you need to implement a policy among the employees that, they have to change their password every 30 days. What people get lazy. What they do is they use the same password for their work logon, for Facebook, for, Instagram, and for Montgomery or whatever, Sears, to go shopping. And one of those places get hacked, and now these passwords are disseminated through some of these sites, where you can buy viruses, you can buy password lists, you can buy credit card numbers. So one good thing is to have a policy in place that you have to change your password every 30 days.
So the policy for my wife works at SOCOM, so the military at McDill requires her to change her password every week.
Yeah. Do they do two authentication?
I don't know if they do that or not.
Yeah, two-factor authentication.
Yeah, we were talking about that at
Yeah, we talked about it a lot.
I don't know if they do that or not, because they're not allowed to have cell phones or anything when they're on base.
Right.
So is that where everything's going? Is that the ultimate in security, the two-factor authentication?
Yeah, I'd say that's, better than that. Well, I mean, not better than that, but better than just having a password is where you would get a text message.
Right.
So you would put in a password, it'd send you a text, you put in the code. But phone numbers can be hacked, redirected. So when you have two authentication, like Google Authenticator, as far as I know, that has not been breached yet.
Got it.
So, as far as the regulations from the government, what type of businesses specifically have to have certain types of security in place to protect their information? Like, I'm a plumbing company. I have a database-driven platform for my dispatch and for my accounting, but I don't hold social security numbers. I don't hold credit card information. All I have is some personal information in there. Would I be required to do any sort of special security?
No. If you're in the medical industry, you have HIPAA compliance, and there's requirements there of what you have to do. And then if you hold credit card numbers, your credit card processor is going to make you go through a process that
every year my credit card processor makes me go through a checklist of things that I have to answer yes or no, and if I answer no, they make me go back and redo it.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't get
they call it
authenticated.
PCI compliance.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's funny. I'm being a financial services industry. I don't think that they're putting enough effort on cybersecurity, because being that I'm also a credit vendor, so we can pull credit on anybody, and we house that type of information in our office all the time. It's all on all of our servers. They come and do physical office inspections. They're more looking for like locked cabinets, making sure I'm putting files away, I'm shredding properly, I'm doing things like this. But I feel like there is a lax in the whole cybersecurity thing. Nobody is really coming to us saying, hey, you got to have this kind of password, you got to have this kind of backup, you got to have this kind of authentication.
Exactly.
That seems like an industry-wide thing. It seems like something we need to change.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of that stuff it's decided by the states.
Right.
So it's not. There's not a.
Yeah, and they don't focus on it.
I mean, even in
much.
voting, states with the voting process, each state decides how it will. Technology.
Let's talk about that directly related to the last election. Okay, the whole question about Russia. Did and does Russia have the ability to hack our elections
or change election
and
outcome?
Explain what you were saying before.
I don't have enough knowledge to tell you if they did, but they're actively pursuing it. They're actively trying to find ways because each state can decide, the voting technology they use. There's a lot of states that use, touchscreen paperless machines. And everyone says, well, that machine's not connected to the internet, we're safe.
Right.
But that machine has to be programmed somewhere.
So at some point,
that machine's hooked up to a desktop. And the thing is, you don't have to hack the whole election. Just a swing state, even a swing county, can make the difference between.
True.
And that's what hackers do.
Hillsborough County.
Yeah.
Hillsborough County is affected the election for
these
about
hackers
60
will
years.
look for swing states, swing counties, and they'll look for vulnerabilities. And you can see them trying to, this story that came out about this Florida voting technology company that they tried to infiltrate. They're coming on the peripheral. They're trying to see where they can get in. And some things have to be changed before the next election. I mean, the FBI director said, the Russians have come and they're coming back. And and the way we are now, we are vulnerable in the voting process.
And the sad thing is, Brett, tell me if I'm wrong, but we have the technology and the manpower and the money to combat this. Are we just not putting a big enough effort into it?
There's three things we can squash it with basically three things.
Okay.
Basically, right now there's 26 states that use voting machines that use paper that have optical scanners, so it scans the paper.
Okay.
So get rid of all the touchscreen paperless machines. They're a vulnerability.
So going back to the older technology of the Scantron, basically.
The Scantron. And then the other thing you do is you mandate states to use what's called a risk limiting audit. And it's basically what they do, because someone will say, well, maybe they can access the scan machine somehow. So what you do is you do a risk limiting audit. And what that is, it's just a random sample of ballots that were scanned that get physically checked. The other advantage of paper ballots is that you have a backup. No one can hack a piece of paper. That's the one thing it's got over all computers.
That's a beautiful point.
That is.
So, and then the other thing is that just the whole. We need to harden our system. We need to have a top to bottom. With these companies, cybersecurity companies that come in, like you said, they come in, they check your cabinets, they do that.
Right.
You have all these companies and peripheral companies that are associated with the voting process,
Nobody's
what's the
checking them.
standard that they check them?
Right. Is anybody
They're
checking the programmer?
Yeah, they check your company for financial. You're taking care of your records. How are these guys getting checked?
Right.
There's no standard.
How about the company I pull the credit through? How do we know they're checking them? How
Yeah,
about the company that
exactly.
they vend out to? That's a great point. Does anybody know there was something, and we have only a minute right here in this segment, there was something happened, I think it was in the 40s, where a corrupt, I think, sheriff and or governor or mayor or something like that tried to take all the ballot boxes and brought him back to the jail and tried to rig the election himself, and a whole bunch of former, I think, World War I vets came, and they basically had a mutiny, and they took over, and they had gunpoint. They opened up the armory, and they went and they stopped these guys from. This is a true story.
When was this?
I'm gonna look it up on the break. It'll blow your mind, but it goes back to the whole thing of you can't hack paper, but you can have a bad seed. But when a bad seed comes, you need somebody to squash it.
Exactly.
And that it's just a very interesting story. I'm going to come up and I'm going to tell you guys. You can all Google it. It'll blow your mind.
Yeah, if we spent 1/10 the time we spend on fake voters, which what is there 126 or 26 cases that they can prove?
Right.
Let's stop wasting time and effort on that. Put it into hardening the technology for the voting machines.
Bingo. Guys, we're going to take a break. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour. That was Brett Kappes. We're going to be back in just a minute with more hacking information.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online and look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at TampaPlumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. This is our last segment. We're having a great show here with Brett Kappes of the Performance Computer Group. While we're on the break, we were talking about passwords and whatnot, and what is safe and what isn't safe. And I received a tip that I just ran by Brett to ask him if it was a good idea. And one thing he was mentioning, which I don't want to take away his thunder, but was saying that people use the same password for multiple websites. And if you get hacked one time, then these hackers or computer programs, you can kind of take it away, Brett. What they do is...
Right. So if there's a security breach at one site, then they have your email and the password they used at that site.
Right.
Then they'll try those on hundreds of different sites. They don't know where your bank account is, but they're going to try Bank of America, Wells Fargo.
Because everybody has one of the 5 major banks, probably.
Right. So everyone has the habit of using the same email address and the same password. So you should have different passwords for everything. If you can't remember your password, there's programs out there. There's a program called LastPass.
Yeah,
it's free.
That's what I use.
It's on your phone.
But can't you hack YesPass or whatever?
LastPass.
That was the scary thing for me.
You can hack anything, but it hasn't been hacked yet, and it's a lot safer than what's currently out there, which is...
And what does LastPass do exactly?
It stores all your information.
It stores all your passwords in an encrypted database.
Oh.
And to open it on your phone, if your phone is fingerprint encrypted,
thumb. You use your
fingerprint. So it uses fingerprint encryption to get to your password list, and then it'll fill it in.
See, the reason my cousin told me to do it 2 years ago. The reason I never signed up is the reason Ryan just sighed into the mic. It's like scary as anything.
Wait a second. Do you use Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Do you check your bank account on your phone?
Have you ever?
Do you ever check your bank account on your phone? Same.
Well,
deal.
I use my thumbprint.
It's the same. You can use the same thing for LastPass, thumbprint.
So I can use my thumbprint to get into LastPass. Yes. I can make it. That's the only way to get in.
So there's got to be a super hacker somewhere, some big fat guy down in his mom's basement with a hoodie on, that's trying to get into LastPass or whatever you called it.
My God, wouldn't that be the Holy Grail?
That'd be the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Well,
then you have everything.
The data is encrypted. I mean, it's triple DES encryption, and so that I don't know how they could do it without not having access to the receiving. Because LastPass is not holding the data at a central place; it's on your local device, encrypted.
That's what he explained to me. Yeah, so he said to me that LastPass doesn't actually have your password.
So no one knows how to hack it yet.
Well, if they can hack the LastPass account on your mobile device, you're already hacked in other ways.
You're done. Yeah, you're already toast.
So, it's too late.
Just put your credit card online right now. Right?
Oh, but I understand now what you're saying. You can't just hack one database to get all the information.
It's local.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, it's spread out. And anytime you can aggregate risk. I don't know if you guys ever talk about Bitcoin or know about Bitcoin, but that's the whole beauty of Bitcoin. Why they have Bitcoin miners, because there's tens of thousands of people that are mining these Bitcoins, but they're also authenticating the transactions. So you'd have to compromise every miner's machine to compromise the network.
Which would be impossible.
Yeah, it's
What do you
impossible.
think about Bitcoin? You think it's here to
I love
stay?
it. I've made so much money off Bitcoin.
Oh my God, my
love
buddy
it.
that works at Google told me about Bitcoin like 3-4 years ago, and I didn't. I'm kicking myself.
See, I heard about it 10 years ago. I didn't touch it.
Kicking myself for it.
So you think it's here to stay? It's not going anywhere.
It has to. They're actually talking about other currencies that are going to be just like it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, China is fighting it tooth and nail. They're right. You know, they've the reason Bitcoin went up so greatly. We're totally off topic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
the
okay.
reason Bitcoin went up so greatly is because everyone in China wants to get their money out of China. And you know, imagine this beautiful thing. You can buy Bitcoin in yuan, and then you can go over to England, and you know, now the Chinese government's cracked down on it, and that's kind of why that crackdown happened in June. So what happened is you noticed that Bitcoin went, you know, up, hit $2,800, and now it's taken a severe drop. That's because a lot of Chinese people, China institutes some kind of basically mechanism where you buy the Bitcoin through the Chinese government, through the central bank, which is owned by China. They buy the Bitcoin and then they give you the money back in yuan. So because they don't want their currency leaving their country. That's what they're trying to do, and that's what Bitcoin allowed people to do.
Do you still think Bitcoin's a good buy for the future? Do you think people should still buy in now? And
It's a little high.
It's a high, but there's other digital currencies, Ethereum. There's some other ones.
There's like 2 or 3 you can invest in now that might be, you know.
Yeah,
high in a couple years.
there's.
So you believe in the future of the digital currency?
Well, what happens is if it hits the fan and the banks, there could be a time where banks have to close. It happened in Argentina back in the 50s. Argentina used to be called the Riviera of the South America.
Right.
They had financial collapse. They're like, nope, you can't get your money out of the bank. You know, you were stuck. Imagine having a currency that no one, the government or your ex-wife, can tie you to. You know.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's better than gold. You know,
wow.
You can. It's untraceable.
Untraceable,
In that
untouchable.
regard, it's better than
Nobody
gold.
can take it from you.
But that's why, you know, a lot of the, you know, there's websites, I don't know if it's the dark web or not, but you can buy stuff with Bitcoin that it's like
The Silk Road.
You can't get.
That's all legit, isn't it? That exists.
Well,
doesn't it?
Silk Road got shut down. Then they came out with Silk Road 2, which is actually started by the FBI to capture these people. So, but there's a lot of companies that take Bitcoin. You can buy and trade Bitcoin.
But there still is a dark web, correct? I mean,
it's out. I can't tell you what it is, but it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, we'll do that off the air. So, man, I love it. So, Brett, we got about a minute left. Any advice for business owners? What can people be doing to protect themselves besides calling you and getting a full analysis done?
Number one is backup. Have a backup. I mean, everyone knows what the crypto or ransomware viruses are, right? Where they'll basically
they lock you and they want money.
Lock all your files, and then you have to pay them in Bitcoin, you know, some amount. We've had customers come in 5-10 times that we're like, we can't break it, we can't unlock it. We show them how to buy a Bitcoin, and they pay the hackers. Sometimes they get it back, sometimes they can't. The thing that people don't realize is you can buy those ransomware viruses on these dark websites. So if you have a disgruntled ex-employee who has access to your network, as an FU on the last day, he could put that on your server and set it to go off a week later.
Oh no!
So the only thing that's going to protect you is a backup. So above anything else, have on-site and off-site backups that are basically not incremental backups, but full backups. So if it gets
I'm going to
encrypted,
leave here right
he
this
just
second.
he just shocked
He
just shocked
back
all
my
3 of
stuff
us
up.
today.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly.
Brett, we're gonna have you back on the show because there's a lot more. I think we need to.
We need daily automatic backups.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So
Oh,
listen, if you guys need to get in touch with Brett and you know tap into his vast knowledge of this, remember call Performance Computer Group at 813-639-0211. 813-639-0211. Brett, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, and if they mention your show, we'll give them a free on-site survey.
Done.
So,
there you guys go.
there you
Well,
go.
thanks for being on the Business Happy Hour, guys. It's been another great show. Catch everybody next week, and we'll learn a little something else about Bitcoin, maybe.